This is the Wrightwood Community Meeting for September 2nd, 2009. Special topic was a station fire alert. Here's that meeting.
That's it. I think we'll introduce Carlton Joseph to give you an introduction or update on the status of the fire.
Good evening, and thank you for coming out tonight. I'm hoping the information I present to you will help inform you and settle your minds a little bit, although what we're dealing with over in the heart of the Angeles National Forest is a highly complex wildland fire that's presented numerous challenges, and to this point those challenges are not over, and it's going to continue to do that. However, I want to assure you that we are making very good progress. Currently, the fire stands at 140,150 acres. We had a slight increase in containment this evening as of 6 p.m., and we're now standing at 30% contained. Our fire operations are in unified command. That is good news. Our fire is in unified command with the Angeles National Forest, the Los Angeles County Fire Department, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Pasadena, Glendale, and LA City Fire Departments. Truly excellent interagency cooperation, and that's what's made things work up to this point. It's only been 6 days and it feels like 6 weeks, so that's a real plus. We are working together very well. Currently, just for a few statistics as far as losses, there's been a total of 64 residential structures that were destroyed, 3 commercial buildings, and 49 outbuildings. So there is substantial loss. However, there was great work done by the firefighters, especially down in the urban interface along the foothill communities, and I can't thank them enough for their efforts. A great job there, and like I said before, there's a tremendous job that lies ahead. A few words before I talk about the fire from Mike Dietrich. I think he is fairly well known in this community. He asked me to pass on to you a few words from the team, and he wants you to know that we will keep you informed. We will be open and we will be honest with you about the activities that are taking place with this fire and providing up-to-date information. We will work hard and hope for the best, and we ask for your patience and also your consideration of any requests that may be made if in fact the fire finds its way into this area, which we very much hope it does not. However, we will give you lead time well in advance. The key here again is keeping the communities informed, and that's what we intend to do. So that's our promise. So what I'll do now is I'll step over to the map and I'll work my way around it, and I'll give you a brief overview of where things stand today. And I'm gonna cover the whole ground, so some of it may be of interest to you, and we'll see how it goes. I don't think anybody can see this red pointer, especially if you're colorblind. Okay. Well, I'll start down here at the lower end of the map, the south end of the map, and in this vicinity is Altadena, Pasadena. The black lines that you see across the map indicate containment lines. And containment, you need to understand that containment lines are not control lines, in the fact that until we mop those up, secure them, and provide some infrared review to make sure there's no hot spots, we're not calling them control lines. So they're containment lines, but we're in pretty good shape. There is a little bit more black around here as of today, and so I'll just lead you around. This is the foothill communities, again, of Pasadena, Altadena, La Crescencia, La Cañada, Flint Ridge, Sunland, Tujunga, and Little Tujunga Canyon up to this point. Maybe that's better. Okay, and so along this area we are in very good shape as of this evening. It was reported to me that all these lines should be black, and that's a very good feeling. We sent 13 strike teams of Type 1 municipal engines home today, so that's a good thing. That indicates that things are moving in the right direction. As we move from this point northward, this is when you get into the wildland, and we have dozer line that moves up to this point, and then the hand crews took over. They worked up to a location called Mendenhall Peak. This portion of the fire is the Santa Clara Divide, over from Sand Canyon, Bear Divide, and this is all a truck trail, several miles long. It runs over to the Angeles Forest Highway. This is all black along there and in very good shape. So basically we have this little piece in here that they worked today with hand crews and very hard with the aircraft. So this is a key here. It's one of our priorities to knock this off, button it up, and hopefully button that up and make sure we have no more further fire spread to the west. Out here in this vicinity, and this is where of course you're going to be concerned, as we are, here in this area from the Angeles Forest Highway out through the Kentucky Shooting Range and out into this vicinity, there's a peak called Bear Mountain, and then up in the high country in the Angeles is a location called Chileo. The firefighters initiated the dozer line through a series of roads and then across country up to this Bear Mountain, and then dozers continued around this curve here and tied that line in. There was a slight slop over, meaning fire over the line today, just about an acre. They were able to contain that. So we have what we call shaky containment in here, and that's a direct fire line. This is indirect fire line, so we're going to continue to prep that for firing operations and hopefully complete a black line in here. This portion of the fire this is the Angeles Crest Highway, or Highway 2. This fire has slopped across there to the east into a very steep and dangerous area for firefighters as far as foot travel. So we're working this with aircraft very hard as well. This is in the San Gabriel Wilderness. We're limited in the wilderness by a couple of things, and it's generally the terrain and the access. So it's going to be a very tough battle in there for firefighters. We're going to be hitting it hard with aircraft and looking for opportunities to get out and around this. But it's still, like I said, going to be a long, hard battle. If we move it down to the bottom of the map here, we have issues up at Mount Wilson, which is in this area. Mount Wilson, of course, is a hub for communications for Southern California, and we're also placing a heavy priority on that. We have a heavy aircraft commitment. LA County has sent compressed air foam units up there with around 100 plus firefighters, and they are standing their ground and continuing to work that to ensure that we don't have any losses in that area. So from this point here, again, we get into some very rough country, and firefighters are using dozers and hand crews to come around and trying to pick up some accessible ground where they can gain some advantage and use some aircraft, and again push this out towards the east. And hopefully what we're trying to do is to at least get to this point, and then that'll be our focus. Several days of hard work are in front of us, and when I say several days, that means more than a week. I'm talking 10 days. We're indicating right now that we may have a containment date of September 15th. That's a little ways out. We're hoping for a little bit of a help from the weather, which we've had the past 2 days. So again, be prepared for a long, hard fight. We will keep you informed. I want to pass the mic over to Deputy Chief John Tripp from the Los Angeles County Fire Department. He's going to talk with you tonight a little bit about our structure protection activities and how that worked on this fire, which I might add has been excellent.
Thanks, Tom. Again, as I'm Chief Tripp, I am overseeing from the agency, Deputy Chief Mike Bryant. I think you've probably seen him on TV. He's our incident commander. He's back at the command post commanding the fire. So when I'm talking about some of this, I've been out on the fire since, we had 3 fires in LA County. I got out there on Friday, and it was still about a 5,000 acre fire. On Saturday, of course, you saw that explosive run, and it added somewhere around 25,000 acres in one day. The fire, doing this for 30 years and being incident commanders on wind-driven Santa Ana fires, I've never seen a fire grow that big.